right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So in this one, I wanted to really focus in on a potential New York Jets trade that I feel like does make sense for both teams involved. And obviously with the trade deadline quickly approaching here in a couple weeks, I believe the trade deadline is, funny enough, on Halloween. I think it's like Tuesday at 4 o'clock or something like that. But in any case, will the Jets stand pat? Will they be buyers? Will they be sellers? I think these next couple of weeks are going to have a big say in what the Jets do, or really what Joe Douglas does. Obviously, we have the Eagles this week, and then the bye week, and then the Giants game. So a lot of time left here to make a decision. Like, if Zach is out here not looking all that great, I think the rumors could maybe start picking up. But who knows? If the Jets beat Philadelphia, all of a sudden this team can be a buyer like that. We're 3-3 going into the bye, have 2 weeks to prepare for the New York Giants, who have been struggling this season. I mean, we could be looking at being 4-3 2 days before the trade deadline, or really 1 day before the trade deadline. Tell me, as a Jet fan, you would not be excited about what the future potentially holds in that scenario. So, in any case, let's talk about this specific player. I think he makes a ton of sense for the Jets. I'm not saying he's elite at what he does. I'm not saying he's one of the best or top 5 offensive tackle in football, but the player that I feel like the Jets should be interested in here is left tackle from the Denver Broncos, Garett Bolles. At 6'5", 300 pounds, Garett Bolles is 31 years old. He's a former first-round pick, and he's been the Broncos' primary starting left tackle for years now, since 2017. He's also under contract for this season and next year. He has 87 starts under his belt, and man, when I look at Garett Bolles, again, is he a top tackle in football? No, but he's definitely above average. I feel like right now Bolles would come in and give the Jets some stability at left tackle. Now, the only pushback here is that Mekhi Becton has been playing some pretty good football, but with the injury to AVT, what are the Jets going to do now with their offensive line? When Dwayne Brown comes back, he's expressed not wanting to play on not really being an option for right tackle. Are they going to move Becton back to the right side? Are they going to start Max Mitchell at right tackle? Like, there's a lot of question marks here, and I kind of want to get out of this predicament that the Jets constantly find themselves in, where it's just like having questions about multiple offensive linemen every single year, talking about injuries every single year. I know it's football, I know they happen, but with Garett Bolles, I do feel like he will give the Jets some stability here. Not only that, but the Jets can, of course, afford him. He's under contract for this season and next year. So not only would it be a short-term fix to help the Jets win right now, but also going into next year, assuming Aaron Rodgers is coming back, and plus it would be one less issue to worry about. Once we hit the free agency market, once we hit the draft and all that kind of stuff. I mean, think about all the pressure. That was like one of the biggest storylines during the NFL draft, right? It was, Will McDonald, is it the right pick? Trading back with the Green Bay Packers. Did we miss out on, Broderick Jones? Did the Jets drop the ball? Like, there were so many questions because of the amount of pressure to fix the tackle position. If you add a guy like Bolles now, again, is he the top tier guy? Is he like shooting for the stars and we're going to land this Hall of Fame left tackle? No, but we will be getting an above average tackle where we're not going to have a lot of question marks week in, week out when it comes to him and his play. We can also factor in that there's been multiple reports suggesting that the Denver Broncos could look to maybe blow it up, be sellers at the deadline. Obviously, right now they're 1-4, and this is a team that has a lot of veterans. They have a lot of pieces. Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, potentially even Patrick Surtain. I feel like Garett Bolles slides right into the mix as a movable piece here. And keep in mind, the Denver Broncos have to play the Chiefs tomorrow, right? Thursday Night Football. They have the Packers after that. Then, I mean, like, looking into the second half of the season, they have to play the Chargers, I believe, 2 more times. They have to play the Chiefs 1 more time after this Thursday. Like, there's a lot of they have to play the Bills. Like, there's a lot of difficult games here that the Broncos have to account for. If they don't feel like they have to look themselves in the mirror, right? If they don't feel like at 1-4 that they can turn this thing around, just sell at the deadline. Get some draft picks, right? Get a haul back in return for some of these veterans that you don't even know if they're going to be there for that much longer, because it's clearly not working. Now, granted, it's football, things happen, things can change really, pretty quickly, like in a week, things could change. But based off of how the season has played out so far, based off of kind of the panic level that's creeping up with each passing week in Denver, I do feel like Garett Bolles makes a ton of sense for the Jets. One more point as well. You look at the Jets offensive coordinator, it's Nathaniel Hackett. He was in Denver with Garett Bolles back in 2022. So he knows Hackett. He knows the offensive philosophy. He knows the scheme. It wouldn't be this, big foreign change to Garett. So I think that's just like another positive that we can throw in there as well. I think as far as trade compensation is concerned, I would say a mid-round pick. I think that's fair. Whether it's a 4th rounder this season or maybe even a 3rd rounder, I think what the Jets would be getting in return would be huge. And it's not to say that the Jets couldn't re-up him if it goes well after this season and next season. So I think that's kind of my overall mindset of it all. I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. You can also throw out different maybe tackle options, like Taylor Moton from Carolina would be really intriguing, just coming in as that solidified right tackle. He's an Iron Man. He plays pretty much every single week. Much like Garett Bolles, he's not the top of the top offensive lineman, but I think he would come in and at least give the Jets a legitimate option where we're not questioning, who's going to be playing at a specific spot week in, week out. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.